3, 2, 1 to go by. And now,
Test,
as soon as it
test.
does, it's going.
Test, test.
And remember,
Hello?
when
Hello?
you're finished, you want to click F2 or F2.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Lasky, and I want to talk you through a couple of things in regards to how you're going to put together your lit review. First thing I want to make clear is basically all the assignments are aligned to really help scaffold your learning for your teacher research project in 503 and 531, while also introducing you to most of the key constructs that run through the program. And so far, every assignment that we've done to date has a specific role and function in developing your skills to do a lit review if in fact you have never done one before. So the two different templates are organizing structures that really help you focus on what is the purpose, what are the key findings, and what are the themes that run across the articles. The discussion forum postings themselves were designed to give you focused practice on citing research to support a main point that you want to make, which is what you will be doing in your lit review. The other thing I've done with this resource here, I'm going to scroll down so you can see this. I've given you the parts of your papers and various, you'll see these more than once so that you will have this, in the forefront of your mind when you put the final paper together, but you will need a title page in which the APA rules are followed, your abstract, and your lit review. Notice I've got a note here that says level 1 heading and a note here that says level 1 heading. This is what your level 1 headings should look like. And if we come back up here for a sec, this APA resource, the Purdue OWL, is a phenomenal resource that I hope you guys all keep very close to you as you continue your journey with us. Now to actually putting together the lit review. What you will see as we walk through this resource are two possible structures that you can use when you're putting together a literature review. The first step here is in putting together your opening paragraph. And often I write the opening paragraph at the end. It's just how my mind works, but I always put something in there to get the thinking going. You can start with a hook. And this is a opening paragraph that actually went into an article that I published back in 2000. And the article was called The Cultural and Emotional Politics of Teacher-Parent Interaction. But with a hook, it's kind of a creative way just to draw your readers into the topic. The other way to do it is to start very direct. Over the last 5 years, increasing attention has been given to the way P-12 schools can develop assessment or data use literacy. The focus of this study is to explore the assessment literacy of one elementary school in central Kentucky, or eastern Kentucky, wherever you're located. In a literature review that follows, key findings from the current research lay the foundation and provide the background for the study. You guys can paraphrase this as much as you need to for your own opening, particularly if you've never done a lit review before. Okay? As a rubric lays out, you may organize your articles chronologically or thematically. Thus, the task of identifying the links or themes across the various articles that we've read for class in that article summary template. For EDU501, you're going to have, we have a clear purpose that has been assigned to all of us. And again, paraphrase this or take it as a direct quote, however, wherever you are developmentally. The data that you will collect will be the results from the assessment literacy, self-evaluation /assessment template And in the next video, we'll walk over that really quickly before we walk into or talk about how we are going to organize your discussion and findings section. So your lit review should have a level 1 heading. Literally, it says literature review. You have an opening paragraph. Next, this is structure 1. And in this particular structure that I've laid out, the articles are ordered chronologically from oldest to the most recent. Key findings from each article relevant to the purpose of your study are included. Any articles that are published in the same year should be together. So what I want you to notice here is this structure is replicated for every article that you read. You're going to state what the purpose was in one sentence. Key findings, this is where you take from the notes you've been keeping, and then you include a transitional sentence letting us know that you're moving on to another article. And no place in your lit review is there. Let me say it this way. Personal experience and your own ideas do not belong in the literature review. You are literally using the findings from the other articles to build your case. So no reflecting on what you believe, no reflecting on your work experience, simply putting together, interweaving the various articles we've read to make your case and to lay the foundation for your study. So what you see here is there are 6 paragraphs, 1 for each article, with the exact same structure replicated within the paragraph. With this structure 1, because you are only including the key findings for each article in the paragraph about that article, you have not yet synthesized across the studies. So you're going to have to include 1 to 2 paragraphs in which you synthesize the key findings across the 6 articles. Right? If you did not state your study purpose in the first paragraph, you need to state it here. So I'm going to review this again really quickly. Structure 1 is where you chronologically order the studies that you've read for class from the oldest to the most recent. And notice that if you have a couple of studies from the same year, they're together. Okay? Now we're going to move on to structure 2. In structure 2, and notice these are level 2 headings. That's the other thing. I've modeled level 2 headings as well as level 3 headings. So you've got your level 1 heading modeled, your level 2 heading modeled, and your level 3 heading modeled. And the role and function of each of these headings is to let the reader know you're moving into a new section. Okay, so with structure 2 here, you're going to start with your opening paragraph. I just copied and pasted the same one. Then what you do is you will organize each subsequent paragraph according to the themes that were common across the articles we've read for class. So theme 1, virtually all the articles talked about, or several talked about collaborative school cultures. Okay? For those of you who are brand new to doing lit reviews, you can include 1 to 2 direct quotes. Those of you who are further along in having done literature reviews and are more familiar with doing paraphrasing, please include no direct quotes. But I want you guys, if you're new to paraphrasing, to at least have the ability to put 1 to 2 direct quotes in the paragraphs. When you get to 503, you should be on needing any direct quotes. So theme 1 goes in the first paragraph. Theme 2, relevant and timely professional learning opportunities. And you guys can paraphrase these themes for your own papers, okay? Notice that the structure is the same for each theme. I stopped at theme 4 because it didn't seem like I needed to continue going on. You may have 6 paragraphs as with the other, okay? With this particular structure, no synthesis is needed at the end because in each paragraph you've synthesized the research findings by the key themes. If you did not state the purpose of the study at the beginning of the literature review, you need to go back and you need to restate it here. Okay? And then what I've included after this here are the headings for the rest of your paper. So let's go back to the beginning for a second and just look at the structure for your final paper. You're going to have a title page, an abstract, a lit review, which is what's all here, okay? Then you're going to have a method section, methodology, which is a level 1 heading, findings and discussion, and then you're going to have your references. To go back to the discussion on the lit reviews, there are 2 basic structures you can follow, and you can open either with a creative hook to draw your readers in, or you can just be very direct and straightforward and, sort of lay out exactly what's being focused on in the study. 2 structures that we will be using for this particular assignment, and I would suggest you use these for 503 as well, because this is pretty much standard across the field of educational research. You have your opening paragraph, structure 1, Article 1, Article 2, Article 3 and 4, Article 5, Article 6, replicated structure within each paragraph, study purpose, key findings, transitional sentence. Then you end with 1 to 2 paragraphs that synthesize the key findings across the 6 articles. Okay. Structure 2, this is the other option you can follow. So you're going to use either the chronological or the thematic structure. In either structure, you start with your opening paragraph. Structure 2 is organized by themes. Each paragraph is its own theme. And the rule of thumb is you want 5 to 6 sentences in a paragraph. Okay, so this first theme is on collaborative school cultures. Second theme is relevant and timely professional learning opportunities. You may paraphrase these for your paper, and it's up to you to identify the rest of the themes. There are at least 6 common themes across the various articles. I'll give you a heads up on that. So I am going to, if I can find out where I am here, how to stop this. And I'm willing and more than available to have phone conversations with any of you who need time or want to talk through any of this, okay? We're going to stop here, and I'm going to produce the video for Chapter 5 and your method section.